Governor Gretchen Whitmer delivers an address at the Detroit Auto Show this afternoon, outlining her plans for the path forward for Michigan's economy. Good evening, everyone. I'm Stella Daskalakis. Mike is off tonight. She noted in her speech a state program shifting $500 million in corporate income tax revenue to economic development efforts would end later this year, and we need to replace the existing program with new, better tools.
That brings us to our second obstacle, roads.
A discussion of roads also is part of the governor's speech from the Motor City. It's fitting because it's the place that put the world on wheels, and you can't have cars without good roads and bridges. Governor Whitmer says if something isn't done soon, our infrastructure will get worse. Mid-Michigan Now's Courtney Bennett joins us in the studio. Courtney, how much money is needed for repairs?
There's a $3.9 billion infrastructure funding deficit. That's according to the Michigan Infrastructure and Transportation Association. They need that money in order to continue to rebuild the roads and bridges across our states.
The truth is, our roads still need work.
We don't have a big enough pot to continue the momentum. Thousands of construction workers jobs could be at risk.
Rob Coppersmith is the executive vice president of the Michigan Infrastructure and Transportation Association. He says the funding shortfall for these construction projects isn't good.
Right now, we are in what I would call crisis mode.
We are facing a major funding cliff.
This morning, during her address at the Detroit Auto Show, Governor Gretchen Whitmer says the current funding for roads is dissipating. She called on Republicans who now control the State House to work together.
We can't just cut our way to better roads. Defunding public safety or public health is not the way to fix potholes. And to my friends, my fellow Democrats, fiscally responsible cuts will need to be a part of the solution too.
Federal funding was passed a little more than 3 years ago. Since then, more than $13 billion has been given to Michigan for certain infrastructure projects. That includes roads and bridges. And as one professor of civil and construction engineering explains, there won't ever be enough money.
Because the need is much more than what is available.
Dr. Osama Abudaya is a professor at Western Michigan University. He says roads are a vital part of the economy in our states, and they are costly.
The roads deteriorate fast. Michigan has a very heavy traffic load, particularly truckloads, especially on major highways.
Michigan roads are funded through several streams of revenue, including a gas tax. However, the gas tax has decreased in recent years.
Vehicles are way more efficient than they have been in the past, so that's a declining revenue source based on the way we're going.
Michigan Republicans proposed a road funding plan in the fall. Lawmakers said it would invest nearly $3 million additional dollars for infrastructure projects. However, it was criticized by people in the education community after it was said money would be taken from schools. The proposed plan hasn't gone anywhere in Lansing, but Republicans started the year by saying road funding is a priority for them. For now, live in the studio, Courtney Bennett, Mid-Michigan Now.
Thank you, Courtney. Reactions are coming in about the governor's speech at the Detroit Auto Show. Some say Michigan's economy is on the line, and lawmakers from both sides of the aisle need to recognize some hard truths. Representative Brian Posthumus says the governor's words are not enough.
When it comes to road funding, that should be our earliest priority. That should come right off the top. We shouldn't be even thinking about continuing to give billions of dollars to corporate entities and corporate welfare in our mega corporations. We shouldn't even be having that conversation if we're talking about increasing taxes to fund the roads. Let's start by getting rid of those corporate subsidies first. Use that money to fund our roads.
Congressman John Molinar says the governor's words are empty. He says in a statement, quote, her concerns about Chinese auto suppliers hurting our economy are empty until she ends her subsidies for them. We have more reactions from lawmakers on our website, midmichigannow.com.